You want an inventory like this with an outfit like this? Okay, probably not the outfit part. This is not one of my best ones. I will be honest about that. But recently I've been getting asked a lot about how to get rarer on animaljam Classic. Now, that's a video I've already made in the past, and that was 5 years ago. I've been doing this animaljam YouTube thing quite a while now. So I thought in today's video we would go over a lot more new tips or improved tips that I've came up with for a more refreshing video in comparison to the one I made when I was a literal child. Some of these you probably might already know, but I'd appreciate the watch anyway. So just sit back, relax, and listen to me ramble about animaljam rares for 10 minutes. So the first tip I'm going to get into here are giveaways. So YouTube giveaways, Instagram giveaways, even Discord giveaways, because that's starting to be a thing as well. You can enter in all of these. You know, they usually don't require too many requirements, you know, just usually like subscribing or following the person, and you're usually entered into it. And who knows, you might win it and see a nice little rare item appear in your inbox one day type of thing. Which does conveniently segue me into my giveaway I have going on right now, which is a perfect opportunity for a lot of you to join. For this light pink headdress giveaway, and like I said, for the requirements, all you gotta do is subscribe to the channel with notifications on, drop a comment down below with your username and status, and like the video, of course, and some extra entries can be found in the description below if that also appeals to you. So, but shameless plug aside, this isn't even just exclusive to me. There are so many giveaways hosted by so many creators or Discord server owners that you can join. Definitely encourage you to try enter some. You know, it doesn't really harm you, especially considering every giveaway is free to enter. So definitely a tip I would encourage and recommend to everybody watching. Now, next tip here kind of applies to people that are recently coming back to the game, but actually for long-term players as well. This will probably apply to you. Just going through your inventory and seeing what kind of old items you have. There is a chance you could be sitting on some kind of uncommon den item or some popular clothing item that is worth a fair price and you might not even know it. So what I would recommend is just going through your inventory, seeing what's rare, what's not, in case you might actually have quite the rare item on your hands. And you know, even if you suspect some of these items to be kind of uncommon, you don't see them around, or you know, kind of looks rare to you, I guess, you know, might catch your eye, I just recommend, you know, price checking it, see if it's on like the wikis, you know, people use, and there's a good chance that you probably have a lot of items that might be worth something, especially for you old players that are coming back recently and have came back in the recent months. This one is definitely going to be something that applies to you for sure. And I mean, it kind of applies to every kind of item. Like if you don't even want an item as well, you know, that's like one more item you can work with, which will kind of segue us into the next step. So the third step here I would have would be my shops. These are going to be your best friend a lot of the time when it comes to building worth on this game. They are such a life hack, especially when they were early on introduced. You could essentially just skip steps on trading up items just by using these, because there's so many items that, you know, people don't want to trade for but will buy in a shop instead, that you can use to get to certain items quicker, if that makes sense. Like you could sell an item for diamonds faster than you'd be able to trade it, essentially. And utilizing the previous step as well, it's going to help out a ton, you know, if you don't know what a lot of these items might be worth and exactly in trading, but you know, just put them in your shops, or just items you genuinely might not want even, you can just put them in your shops and you can at least get some diamond worth out of them, rather than, you know, just having them sit in your inventory, or even worse, recycling them. And with how animaljam's economy has evolved in these last few years, it's been very dependent on diamonds for a lot of items, and a lot of people like to build shops and use diamonds nowadays. Any kind of diamonds you can get is going to be even more helpful to you in growing your worth on the game now. I'm sure you were expecting this tip eventually, but adventures on the game. This is if you're not wanting to take the trading route, or maybe you just want to, you know, kill some extra time getting bored of trading. Adventures is definitely the way to go. I would recommend, obviously, the Forgotten Desert if you have a flying animal. This has the best prize pool in the game, you know, with den betas, clothing betas. Pretty sure some short spikes are still in the prize pool for this adventure as well. So these are definitely the best prizes you can get in any adventure in the game. But also, I believe the Phantom portal in hard mode also gives clothing betas at the end. So that's definitely another adventure you can look into, but definitely the Forgotten Desert is your go-to adventure in most cases. Everybody knows that this adventure gives the best prizes, and if you get consistent at it and keep going at it, you can get pretty efficient at it and kill out runs on Forgotten Desert in like a few minutes at sometimes. So clearance items is the next tip here, and what I would recommend you do is just go through the shops of the game maybe like once a week, see what items are leaving stores and just buying one or two or even a few of them and then throwing it on an alt account maybe to see if they actually gain worth over time. This is more of a long-term kind of plan, if you will, but I know even from my previous video of how to get rare way back, I think I made it in 2020. There's even items in the stores in that video that people are looking for now and have been looking for in the last few years that have gained a little bit of worth to them. So this is definitely a tip that will pay off in the long run, especially if you're just gonna go through these clearance items and buy them in bulk. Like, it could pay off well and quite handsomely for you, so definitely strongly recommend this one. This is something I do myself. You know, the last 15 years I've been playing this game, I buy one of every item that comes in the stores, even if I already have it, even if I know it comes back to stores. But you never know what items are gonna just randomly not come back to stores one day as well. So it's definitely something you should be on the lookout for. Now, similarly enough, items coming to stores, so brand new items. Now, this is only really going to apply if you're like logging into the game just as these items kind of come out. But the chance of glitched items coming to stores, it hasn't really happened in a while, but you know, knowing animaljam's wonkiness a lot of the time, it's never zero. So, you know, buying those new items that come to stores as soon as they come out, you know, if it looks like it's a weird variant or looks unnatural compared to other items in the game, then it's definitely something you want to scoop up on just in case, you know, animaljam decides that one day, yeah, we didn't mean that color to actually be in the game, and next thing you know, you have the next magenta furry or glitch ring on your hands. As I said, it's very unlikely that's gonna happen again, but also, as I said, the chances are never zero, so might as well hop on it while you can. Now, the last tip here I'm going to have to recommend is code items. So these kind of go in and out. Sometimes animaljam will have a certain event going on or a certain collaboration going on where a new promo code will release and you'll get items for redeeming it. And a lot of the time people will obviously use these themselves, so when they do come out, they're not really going to be worth a whole lot. But after a while, especially after the code goes inactive, meaning nobody can use it anymore, they might be a little bit sought after. I know some of the items I saw back in the day that I wouldn't think twice about trading for are worth like a long wristband now, and they came from codes. And yeah, guys, I mean, that's pretty much gonna do it. All I also have to say is, you know, trade on the game, but I think that's kind of an obvious way on how to build worth. These are kind of just the tips you would need into, you know, expanding your worth maybe a bit if you're at a little bit of a stunt in trading, or if you're just starting up on the game again and you're looking at ways you want to get back into the animaljam economy. These might be helpful. Trading, my shops, whether you're buying or selling in them, and all these other tips definitely are your ways to go. But yeah, guys, hopefully you guys did enjoy. Haven't made a tutorial or any kind of video like this in quite a while, so apologies if it's a bit rusty, but more chillaxed video for today. But if you guys do want to see more like this, do let me know. But big thank you to the members of the channel as always. I do greatly appreciate you guys for supporting the channel. If you guys also want to support the channel and see your little name at the end of the video here, as well as some bonus content and some other exclusive perks, you can hit the join button, and it does help me continue making these videos at the rate I do, and it does help me quite a bit. Yeah, that's gonna wrap it up, guys. You'll see me again in probably about 2 days when animaljam updates, if it does come out on Thursday, maybe Friday. That's probably not gonna make sense if you're watching this like 3 months down the line, but you can check the upload date and it's gonna make sense, I guess. But let me know if you guys want to see more old videos get remade, because some of them definitely need touching up on, considering it's been a while now. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one.